Hi everyone, welcome to Fire Mountain Live. Oh man, this is an exciting show. This is the best one of all. So please make sure you share, like, get your friends involved because this is the last show. I'm sorry. The time has come for Fire Mountain Live to go away. Now that does not mean the Fire Mountain is going away. We still have a ton of great tutorials and projects and wonderful things that you can access at firemountaingems.com. So don't think we're gone, but the Fire Mountain Live, where we bring you a live broadcast where you can chat with us and we can chat back and forth, that's going to go away. It was, after all, it was started like 3 years ago? Yeah, 3 years ago to help everyone get over the boredom and the isolation of COVID. So I'm hoping that we're through that and that we can have a lot more fun interacting with real people again and not so much electronically. So you can communicate with me electronically today. I want to hear from you. Please tell me where you're from. I really want to know where you're from. I have a super big announcement at the end of the show today. So really want to hear your comments, people. Yeah. And let us know if there's any tutorials that Fire Mountain doesn't have that you would like us to have, and maybe we'll add that to our list of videos we need to make. Today, I want to talk about my project. This is my baby project now. It's this pen. This pen was given to me by Karen B. She's a customer. She made like 3 of them, and this one was mine. And this was, oh gosh, probably 7 years ago she did this for me. So you can see it's a little faded because I've used it a lot. I've even had to replace the ink in it. So Karen, I really appreciated this pen. And if you know Karen B., please tell her that I featured her on Fire Mountain Live, on the final Fire Mountain Live. Let her know I featured her and that I appreciate her gift so much because now she's giving me some more cool stuff to do. I thought this pen was so awesome, I thought I should make my own. So I made this little pen. Isn't that pretty? Not only that, this pen has a special feature. Fire Mountain advertising. Yeah, this is a great little pen, and I just did the same thing that Karen did, and you can do it too. You can do it with any pen you like, any diameter you like. You're just going to have to adjust the size of your peyote stitch square to make it however you want for yourself. Ooh, I can hear people are already commenting. Yay! Hi, everybody. We even have special pens at Fire Mountain Gems. You can purchase this pen just like this one here that has a clear tube here so you wouldn't wear it out like I've worn out Karen's pen. So, and then you can just stitch right inside this tube. So if you're interested in this product, it's available at firemountaingems.com. Just type in pen and this is one of the things that will come up. So there's those kinds of pens and the ones that we just make ourselves with our own sleeves. I also made a special one. Look at this one. For those of you that don't know, Chris Fredman is the owner of the company, and I made this pen for her. She doesn't know it. Maybe she's watching today, but this is a special one for her. And the nice thing too about these pens is that we can take the sleeve off, put it on a different pen. Maybe this one ran out of ink or something, and then put it back on. So you don't lose that sleeve even when the pen runs out. I'm going to set that aside and not put it back together right away. I'll put it together for her before I give it to her. So I've made lots and lots of these pens. Look at this. Lots and lots of pens. And you can go out and have fun making your kinds of pens too. And I'll show you how. It starts with a pattern. Oh, here we go. We got Elaine saying hello from Oregon and Linda from Tennessee. I'm going to try and remember that, Linda, because I've never been to Tennessee and I want to go someday. Anyway, so this starts with this pattern. This is a free downloadable graph paper that you can get at firemountaingems.com. This one is for peyote stitch. We also have it for brick stitch and 2-drop peyote and right angle weave and lots of different patterns. And you can just download those and print up as many as you need to make your own patterns. Each one of these dots represents a seed bead. So for instance, here's the one I made for this pen. So every dot represents one seed bead. Now, I like to reuse my patterns once in a while. So rather than leaving it just like this with paper, I take that and I put it into a sheet protector. Da, 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 da. And then, as I follow the pattern, because it is not an easy thing just to follow a pattern, is I can mark off the pattern as I go, just marking off each seed bead as I do the row. And then I can take alcohol and just wipe that off later on and have the pattern to reuse again. All right, so now let's imagine you've gone out there with your colored pencils and you've made your pattern and you put it in a sheet protector, and it's time now to start building your pen sleeve. Whoa, we got, hi Felicia. Felicia's letting us know she's listening from Trinidad and Tobago. Nice, Felicia. I don't think I can get there easily, darn it, because I would love to come visit. All right, so one of the hardest things for people who are doing peyote stitch is getting started. So I'm going to give you the easy way to get started. You still have to start at some point. This is called a starter strip. And it's just a piece of peyote. I have a bunch of them in different sizes and different beads, because this is a size 11 delica, this is a size 8 delica. For different starter strips, you'll need different types of beads. So this is an 11 delica, and I've got my needle here. Oh, time to put on the glasses. Put on the real glasses. Remember the cheaters for the seniors. Okay. So I've got a needle here. This is a size, I think it's an 11 beading needle with some fire line on it. And I'm looking at my pattern. I'm going to start with this bead right here. And I'm going to do a yellow bead, a green bead, a purple, a pink, a purple, and that's as far as I can remember. So I pick up, first I'm going to start in my starter strip. I'm going to go through the very first bead on my starter strip. And then I will pick up a yellow bead. And I will, just like regular peyote, I'll just skip a bead and go through the next bead. And my yellow bead is going to land right there in spot number 1 in my pattern. Next, I've got a green bead. So I pick up the green bead, skip a bead and go through the next bead, standard peyote business, and I add the green bead. And then there's a purple bead. Come on, little purple bead. Just going to go right into that slot because I've already got that starter strip there. I'm just going to go right down the starter strip following my pattern. A pink. So how easy is this? Now, admittedly, you do have to make that starter strip to start it off. So for the first time you start size 11 delica peyotes, you're going to have to do the starter strip. So you have to do it the old-fashioned way. And then a purple one, and I'm looking at my pattern. And then a green one. This was quite a complex pattern for me too, because there's a lot of colors in here. And after my green one, I have a dark blue one. Wow. So having the pattern and having the starter strip makes this so much easier. I will say I love these number 11 delicas because the way they just slot right into those empty spaces. See how they fit so snug and nice? After that blue, I've got 2 more purples. So I'm hearing more people are coming in. Ooh, we have other people who want to say hello. Rebecca wants to say hello from Washington. Originally, she's from Grants Pass. Hi, Rebecca. I think my sister might be moving up to Washington now in our old age, but she hasn't decided for sure yet. And then I have a question. What weight of fire line are you using? Oh. The weight, this one I think is a 3-pound. I like to use the 3 or 4 pound. If I'm going to give it a lot of stress and strain, I might use a 6-pound. But I don't go higher than that because I need, with peyote or pretty much any seed bead stitch, I need to be able to go through holes many times. So the lighter, the better. And this fire line is so strong and sturdy. It's wonderful stuff. Okay, I've finished this complete row. And I'm coming out my starter strip here. I'm going to come back and start this row. I can show you on my pattern. I have done all of these. Done, 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 done. And I did it, I went down this way. Now I'm going to come back this way, starting with that yellow one right there. Come back the other direction, which means I also will turn this over. And it doesn't matter that my starter strip is way longer than the pattern I'm making. That's all right, because I'm not going to keep that starter strip. Next bead is a yellow. And she also wanted to know what color I like. Now, you notice how I'm stitching on a pale yellow? Even though it is pale yellow, I like the smoke color the best. For some reason, that smoke just seems to disappear into my pattern the best. If I'm doing like maybe pure clear or possibly pure white, I might do what they call clear. It's really a white colored thread, but I like this dark thread a lot. So I'm going back over my second row here. I've got pink is next. I don't want to mess up because you guys are all watching and make sure I don't mess up my pattern. Pink, purple, green, blue. Pink, purple, purple. And see how easy it is with that when you have the starter strip? And you can obviously see the up beads and the down beads and where that bead needs to go. Green and blue. And then I've got pink, pink, green, red. Oops. Still got to make sure you don't get it tangled up in your starter strip. Or pens. So how are y'all doing out there? How have you survived COVID? Is it all better now? Hopefully you haven't lost any family members, and I hope none of you got that long COVID I keep hearing about. That's bad stuff. Pink. Oh, we got some more people who have comments. Oh, Jessica wants to say happy Friday. Yay, Friday. Well, I'll tell you, I just came back from vacation. I was on vacation for 2 whole weeks, and I drove 4,000 miles. And I'm telling you, this week at work, I have been so tired. It's like all I can do to keep thinking about it. Oh, Jessica also wants to say, love your nails. Oh, thanks, Jessica. Yeah, that was the first thing I did when I came back. After being on vacation for 2 weeks with my nails not being done for 2 whole weeks, they needed help. They were bad. There we go. That is 2 whole rows I have completed. I got to show off the nails now, though. See, I did a video earlier today. It's not ready for you to view yet, but there's a video I did today that's about Christmas spiders. So I did Christmas spiders on my nails. Hope you like them. All right, so there's 2 whole rows that I have completed on this. And the question now is, well, wait a minute, you've got this piece of stuff sticking off of this starter strip. Well, in fact, I've done a lot more than that. Here's the whole pattern on a starter strip sticking out like that. So people want to know, how do I deal with that starter strip now? Well, that's easily remedied. Here, I've got a big one to show you. Here's a bigger one so you can see easily. So the red strip is the starter strip. This stripy bit is what I was working on with its thread still attached. And all I have to do is peel the starter strip off because this was just stitched on with a single thread right here. Just peel it apart. Just like that. And then I can use my needle to pull out this thread. Just peel it all apart. And you end up with your same starter strip that you can use again for future stitching projects. And you have this nifty piece. There's my starter strip. Set that aside. And there's my nifty piece that I can keep working on. Is that cool? So I highly recommend starter strips, especially if you're going to do a project like these pens where I want to do a lot of them. So it's nice to have that beginning. In fact, here's the one that I just finished. Let's peel this one off of here. This is a little smaller, but you can see, actually it's kind of hard to see because you see I used that smoke fire line. You can hardly see it, can you? And just peel, unstitch, unzip, whatever you want to say, this starter strip off and keep the original stitching that I can use on my pen. Ooh, we got more questions. Does the brand of seed beads matter using the starter strip? Yes, it does. If you're using number 11 delicas, you want a starter strip of 11 delicas. If you're using 11 Tohos, you want a band of 11 Tohos. And I have, I stabbed myself, ouch. I have a whole bunch of different starter strips with different types of beads. And you want it fairly long. You can see how much longer this is than the actual piece I'm using. So, yeah, this is a lot longer than the one I'm using because I need to make sure it's plenty long to hold whatever pattern I want to put on it. Ta-da! This takes a little bit longer to get it off because it's a little bit bigger piece and it's a little bit smaller beads. There we go. My starter strip is untouched. My seed bead band that I want to put around a pen is available now for me to use. So now I've created this entire little patch that can go around a pen. Here's my pen. And I've already pre-measured and made sure that this is going to fit. But I also want to point out that we have to zipper up the edges together. So I don't know if we can see it here, but as you know, with peyote, there are down beads and up beads and down beads and up beads and down beads and up beads. And on the other side, I need that to be reversed. I need up bead, down bead, up bead, down bead, so that when I sew them together, they will mesh seamlessly and you won't even be able to know where the seam is. So keep that in mind when you're making your pattern and when you're finishing your pattern particularly. So I'm going to take this, I will sew it up, I will slip it onto a pen, and I may choose to put a little tiny picot edge on the edge too, just for fancy's sake. You don't have to, but that's an idea. And that's another one of those great tutorials you can find at firemountaingems.com. So there you have it. That is how you can make your fabuloso seed bead gifts. These can be gifts, they can be, I could sell them. You'll never get your money's worth out of them because it takes a long time to make one. Probably takes 8 hours to make one pen. But they make such good gifts, and they're unisex, and they're small. And I'll tell you why this is my big project. Because 2 weeks from today, I am officially retired. Yeah! Oh, I'm so excited. And my plans for retirement is I've got this little trailer that I bought. Little trailer? I don't know if it's showing on the camera. I bought this little tiny trailer. It's called a Scamp. I call it Scuttle. And Scuttle and I plan to travel all over the U.S. visiting people, relatives I haven't seen forever, you all. So if you're one of my fans, one of my Fire Mountain Rose fans, let me know where you are, Linda from Tennessee, or any of you other people that I can get to by my trailer. Sorry, I can't get to Trinidad, Tobago. So I would love to know where you're at. Maybe I'll drive up into your driveway one day and we can have lunch or do some beading together, or I could teach you a technique. I don't know, but I want to hear from you, and I want that to be part of my retirement. My next chapter of my life is going out to visit with all the people. I'm so excited. I can hardly wait. It's 2 weeks away yet. Oh, look at, see, I got all teary-eyed. I love Fire Mountain Gems, and I love having worked here for 20 years. Oh, by the way, I should show off my ring. This is the gift that Chris gave me as a thank you for my 20 years of service at Fire Mountain Gems. Isn't it beautiful, Ruby? And I will be out and about. Looking forward to meeting you. Oh, see, I wasn't going to cry. Oh. Oh. It's an early retirement for Rose. Yay! So all of you, thank you all ever so much for all the years and fun we've had, and hopefully we'll have more fun and more years, and maybe I'll get to meet you in person. Oh, it's ice cream cake.